Hi, and welcome to the SJ Childs Show. I'm your host, SJ Childs, and today I have a fantastic guest, Shantel Reitz. She is here in Utah, and maybe, are you here in Utah?
I am in Utah right now, yeah.
I shouldn't presume, right? No. So yeah, it's great to have someone that's local, that is such a presence in our community. I'm so glad to have you here today. Let's just start off with a great introduction.
Sure. So I call myself a soul mixologist. It's just kind of a fun little term that I gave myself, but ultimately what I am is an alignment coach. So I help people bring their health, their life, and their business into full authentic alignment. That means different things to different people. I just work one-on-one with my clients and help them just achieve the best life they can. I also own Core 7 Fitness here locally in Utah, and I've owned that for almost 9 years. We're coming up on 9 years. So I am quite busy, but I love it.
Oh, I bet. Oh, congratulations too. 9 years is a long time.
Yeah.
It's kind of over that. We're gonna be okay in business hump, you know? That's wonderful. And what happened during COVID and everything? Did you guys have to shut down? What did that look like?
So we did have to shut down for a little bit. Luckily, we have amazing clients. We actually luckily kind of foresaw that coming. And so we were able to get an online portal for streaming classes set up I think we launched it 2 days before everything shut down.
Oh, wow.
So luckily we got that going, and our clients have just been amazing and loyal and just stuck with us so that we can keep our doors open and maintain. So so we're just
really, and that really says something for you too, because people just don't keep coming back if they're not getting the results that they want. So that's fantastic to hear.
Thank you.
That's great. Tell us about the retreats and what happens in that kind of facet.
Yeah, so I actually started retreats for my clients at Core 7, and it's obviously branched out into something much bigger. But I just really wanted a way to be able to connect with women on a different level and go a little bit deeper than what we could do just in the studio. So we started hosting these retreats a couple times a year just to give back and pour into these women a little bit deeper than what we're able to. So we started doing it, I think it's been about 5 or 6 years now that we've been doing them. And we've branched into international retreats. And so now we're doing a lot of those. And I do a ton with my coaching as well. So we just go all over the world and have amazing time and experiences and, change lives in the process. So it's great.
Oh, that sounds great. I mean, I'm hoping that I can, be in attendance someday with all of these fantastic things that you're doing. And it really is amazing that you are giving back, like you said, just giving back, what more than you're able to do here, and just diving deep, because it's in those connections and in that relationship making that you really learn how to support someone else.
Yeah, I agree. And I think there's a deeper level of healing that happens in connection. Mm-hmm. And so we really try to hold a very safe space and meet people where they're at. And it's such a beautiful time. Women are such powerful beings, and to see people come together in such support and love and just really step up for each other is such an amazing and beautiful thing.
Empowering, I'm sure. Yeah. I definitely, and you can see it in the faces of the women, just in the pictures that I've seen. I haven't been able to be there, but you can tell that they're really gaining so much from this and really getting that sense of that true happiness inside of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's a valuable tool to be able to feed and to give more to.
Yeah, I love it. It's just it's almost kind of an addiction in a way. So I just keep adding more and people keep coming. And so that's how we roll now, but it's great.
And you, before when you and I were talking, you said that, you've been able to take your kids with you on these world travels. Tell us a little bit about that and what that looks like. Because my show is a lot about parenting.
I
And
love
so I think
that.
that that's really interesting.
Yeah, so we've just always, my husband and I both have always loved to travel. We took my oldest is almost 20, and we had taken the first trip we went was actually to Europe, and we took him with us when he was like 10 months old. And we just carted him all over the place. We started out in Germany and Austria, went all the way down into Italy, came all the way back up. We were there for like 3 weeks, and he was just such a trooper. So we just have made it a regular occurrence, and my kids have just kind of gone all over the place. So they're very used to flying. I mean, some of the trips we've taken have been 30 plus hours in flights, just one way. And so they just have really gotten used to it, I guess.
Acclimated, right?
Yeah. So they do really well. And yeah, we just love it. We've just carted them all over. So.
And the experiences that they've received from being all of these places and cultures and diversity is just it's something you
It's
can't
priceless.
yeah, it really is. You
Such a great thing.
get that everywhere else. So I think that's incredible. Like I said, I was able to do a little bit more traveling in my life than my family has been able to, but hopefully someday. I mean, my son right now is just obsessed with Japan, everything Japan shirts. His sister just blew up balloons yesterday and she's like, here's a red and white flag of Japan for you.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Anything to just, give that desire to him to have that happiness it's wonderful to see their joy out of things, isn't it? So hopefully we could take him someday.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. It'll be awesome.
I think so. Yeah. You just have to meet the right kind of people, fall into the right kind of situations, or kind of surround yourself with the right people. Tell us what it looks like, kind of like when a client first comes to see you.
Sure. So I assume you mean for coaching.
Yeah. Well, we can go whichever direction, right?
Yeah. Well, so for coaching, the first thing that I like to do when I meet with somebody before we do anything actually is I like to walk them through a meditation process, have a conversation with their unconscious mind and figure out which sounds a little different, but it helps me to figure out exactly what their blocks are, even ones that they don't necessarily know. We figure out where this is being stored in the body. We clear it out and reset so that then we have a game plan of what we need to tackle. My program is 12 weeks long. And so then I can come through and kind of customize what they need for that 12 weeks and we get them set. So
that's incredible.
Yeah. So that's kind of the basis when somebody first starts working with me. That's how I roll.
What kind of transformations have you seen?
Oh gosh. I've helped people with all sorts of things. I'm working with somebody right now that's been married for 40 plus years and is trying to, fix some things in their marriage. I've helped, people with their business systems and processes. The thing that I love the most though is helping people to figure out how to harness their own mind power and their own energy in order to make the shifts, because it's not me that's making the shift, it's them. And to see that empowerment and for them to learn what they actually can do in their lives is so awesome. So, just really seeing people that had started out with really a lot of doubts and struggles to be able to turn that around is really just phenomenal.
Yeah. I'm sure you talk a lot about imposter syndrome when you're doing that kind of work.
Yeah, definitely. I think everybody struggles with imposter syndrome to some degree. And it's just a matter of coming back and realigning with yourself. And, when you're in alignment, that isn't as big of as a struggle because you just are doing the things you're supposed to be doing and energetically everything's lining up. So, it's just a kind of overcoming that and just all of the chatter that we have in our heads. So
yeah. Oh, definitely. Right. That's the worst one to get rid of is the self chatter. I agree with that. What type of actions or exercises do you give people on their own when they go home and they like to kind of remember what they need to do?
Yep. So I have a specific protocol that I work people through. A lot of it starts out with awareness. starting to be aware of the thoughts that we have, the actions we're taking. And it's a lot of logging to bring yourself more aware, because the more we're focusing on paying attention, the more things are kind of coming up. So it's a lot of logging and just awareness to start out. And then we kind of move into some different techniques as far as different meditations and things like that to help. And then a lot of it's accountability and just checking in and working through. So.
And do you say like through journaling, or how do you specifically? Yeah,
that's what I like. There's a lot of journaling that happens, a lot of, and often too, when we start going through these transformations, we forget how it was before, right? And so our minds just think, no, this is how it's always been. And so sometimes we don't know, or we don't recognize the shift that we've made. And so having something documented in journal is such a powerful tool for somebody to be able to see, no, I did do this. I did make these changes, and something that's concrete that they can rely on.
Yeah, I love that. And, I love the thing about journaling, or the thing about, I guess, technology now, is that we can take journaling in so many different directions. It doesn't have to be pen to hand or pen to paper.
Right.
It can be in drawing. It can be through music, but maybe recorded so that you can still measure that type of shift or whatever. You could be recording your voice or voice texting rather than having to, there is something cathartic, I think, about writing the words down for me personally. Yeah. But like for my daughter that has dyslexia, who refuses to love to write, bless her heart, I'm trying to give her all kinds of different tools.
Alternatives, right.
Yeah. There's, if I saw this commercial the other day, I know she's like, what's a commercial? What does that even mean? It shows that I watch old TV, right? But it was like a woman a woman and a daughter, and the daughter had a hard day or something, and she comes home. And the mom says, well, what's wrong? And the daughter doesn't want to talk to her. And so she sends her a song. And or the daughter sends the mom a song that is like this, I'm angry or I'm frustrated or whatever. And then the mom sends the daughter a song that is like, it's okay, take your power back. And I was just like, oh, that is so perfect. What a great message to share.
Yeah.
That is a great way to communicate with your teen if they are not feeling like they can communicate with their words.
Yeah, absolutely. Music is such a powerful tool anyway. I think I use it constantly with my clients. So I think it's fantastic.
That was going to be my next question. Yeah. So we're aligned perfectly in this conversation. I think it's wonderful to have all kinds of resources available to be able to reach these types of pinnacles in your life and make shifts and be able to change. I have gone through so many changes, and that's for a whole nother show that you'll have to listen to. But I think it's so important that we, empower each other, empower other women. So I love that, the retreats. And at your fitness place, is it just for women? Is it men and, or, I don't know how do you say
men
that,
are
right?
men are absolutely welcome, but we definitely do cater more to women. And I think my soft spot has always been women. Growing up, I was a victim of child sex abuse. And so I had always wanted, one of the very first vision boards I did, I actually put a center on there that I wanted for women and teen girls to come and be able to heal themselves and regain their self-worth and all of this. It ended up being different than what I thought. The studio ended up kind of being more of what that was. But I think that men absolutely are welcome is a long answer to that, but women is definitely our soft spot in our core.
Oh my gosh. And I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. I've been through similar, young adult situations, and there's nothing that strengthens you more than getting through something that sounds, that nobody could go through.
Yeah.
But it's incredible. Excuse me, clogged me right up there. I just feel so resonated with you in so many ways. And I just see how much we both just love to lift the communities. I'm might be in a different way of, autism awareness and things like that in education, but in the same breath, my desire is to just let people know that like, I am love, and I want to give it, and I want to be kindness, and I want to show all of these people that it's possible. So I'm really proud of what you're doing and the things that you're doing and changing. Do you have any events or things that are coming up?
Yeah, so we're working on setting a date right now, but I'm starting a group that'll meet once a month just as women. It's called Soul Spark Connection. We'll start getting together once a month, and then twice a year we'll do some bigger events coming through, bringing in some other speakers and things. So that's going to be, I think, really great. And I think just a really good way for women to start showing up and just being in a space with other high vibrational women.
Yeah.
So we're really excited about that. That'll be launching and probably in the next month, we'll do the first couple. So those will be great ways. I'm always got something up my sleeve. So, I mean, following me, I post stuff all the time. So that's probably the easiest way to connect, and just search me. And you can find me on social media.
And give us all your social medias and your website or anything for the business.
Sure. Yeah. So my Instagram handle is at the Misfit Beauty Queen. So that one's probably I think you can still search me under my name. Shouldn't be a big deal. Shantel Reitz. And then my website is sjchildsllc.com. So it's just sjchildsllc.com.
Fantastic. And I'll have all of that in the description and up on the screen so people can find you. I'm so grateful to have your time today and excited to connect with you and learn more about, things that you have to come, and hopefully be able to join some of these things myself. What can we do in the community to support you and your business?
I think just reaching out and getting in touch would be great. Obviously, I'd love to have anybody on retreat. It's one of the best, most fun ways to connect. Some of the other things that I do coming in, because it's coming to spring, over the spring and summer, I will do where I feed the homeless in the park twice a month. So if anyone would like to get involved in that and just to step up and show support in the community, you can also reach out to me about that, because I would love to get more people involved in that as well. So.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that. That's a wonderful thing to get involved with, and easy, we don't have to travel out of the country. But I do want you to tell tell us some of the places you have been on these retreats.
Okay. So for retreats wise, mostly I've been local to Utah. I've done several in Bear Lake, several in Midway. We just started, because of COVID, our international expansions got pushed back a little bit, but we have done 3 international retreats. I've done Greece and Costa Rica and Mexico currently. Later this year, I've got another to Costa Rica, and I've got one actually to Kenya. We're doing a safari. So that's coming up. And then I'm planning out right now for 2023 and 2024. I've got a whole huge list. So it's just awesome. It's super fun.
Oh my gosh. And how much fun to be able to plan all of these things, to have these experiences. So looking forward to following all of your success and everything. And thank you so much for coming onto the show with me today.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and we'll definitely be in touch.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.